Jai Gurudev to all of you. Myself Rohit Dutt, and I'm taking your business studies class. So, students, today we will start a new chapter, that is forms of business organization, chapter number 2. Again, students, I would like to remind you that please go through the e-PDF of this chapter so that learning could be effective. And one more message I would like you all to spread in your society, that is, let everyone follow the lockdown guidelines and tell everyone to stay home so that they can be safe. Okay, coming to our point, that is introduction. The most important decisions that a businessman has to take while starting a new venture is the form of business organization that he should choose. For deciding the form of business organization, the merits and demerits of each type of organization should be carefully analyzed and the most appropriate form of business should be chosen. Clear? So, I will tell you what is business enterprise. A business enterprise is an organization which is engaged in some business or commercial activity. Okay, every business enterprise is a separate and distinct unit of business. So every business entity adopts some form of business organization to carry out business activities. Business enterprise may be classified into three broad categories like private sector enterprise, public sector enterprise, and joint sector enterprise. Okay. In private sector enterprise, all enterprise motive is to earn profit. Okay. Example like Reliance India Limited, Tata Company, Birla Company, Wipro, etc. These are private sector enterprises. Okay. Public sector enterprises main motive is to do service like SAIL, okay, Steel Authority of India, GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, LIC, etc. These are public sector enterprise examples. Then joint sector enterprise. So here jointly business is being controlled by the private entrepreneur and government. Clear? So in this enterprise, the day-to-day management lies in the hands of private entrepreneur, whereas government control and supervision by its member in BOD. Example like Maruti Udyog Limited, Cochin Refineries, etc. Okay. So forms of private sector enterprise, they, there are five forms of. Okay, you can see in your screen, that is sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, uh, partnership, cooperative society, and company. Clear? So we will discuss one by one these forms of organization in this chapter, their features, merits, and demerits. Okay. So coming to our first point, that is sole proprietorship. Okay, you can see here sole proprietorship. Sole means only. Okay. So a business which is owned, managed, and controlled by a single individual who is the recipient of all profit and bearer of all risk is known as sole proprietorship. Clear? The term sole proprietorship defines itself evidently as sole means only and proprietor refers to owner. Clear? So thus a sole proprietor is one and only owner of this type of organization. So it is a popular form of business organization. Clear? Many authors have given definitions regarding sole proprietorship. Okay. Now coming to our first point, our features. Okay, coming to the features, you can see here. First feature is formation and closure. So, uh, hardly any legal formality is required to start a sole proprietorship business. Okay, closure of the business can also be done easily. Thus, there is ease in formation as well as closure of business. Okay, there is no formalities regarding it. Second point, that is a unlimited liability or lower liability. Second point, so the liability of the owner is unlimited. Okay, in case of loss and repayment of debt, personal property of the owner can also be used if the asset of the firm are insufficient. So sole proprietor's liability is unlimited. Coming to next point, that is third, sole risk bearer and profit recipient. So sole means only, okay, so in sole proprietorship firm whole risk is borne by a single individual. Because of this he is personally liable for all losses and the sole receiver of profit also, and he gets all the profit alone. Next point, point number 4, that is control. The sole proprietorship firm is owned, managed, and controlled by a single individual. All the decisions are taken by him solely. Coming to number 5, that is no separate entity. A sole proprietorship firm has no legal identity apart from that of its owner. As a result, the owner is held responsible for all the activities of a business. And finally, lack of business continuity. Since the owner and the business are same, therefore death, insanity, imprisonment, physical ailment or bankruptcy of sole trader will affect the continuity of the business. Clear? So I have completed my topic.